You gotta help me disappear from all those voices that I fear, and all the moments I can handle 'cause I'm different. You have to promise to stay near. Oh, you're always telling me the truth. That's why I lean on you. You got the mind to see what's coming, and you're my ears when I can't hear. You know what's right from wrong, and what to say and what to wear. You know there's more than I can bear. You're always telling me the truth. That's why I lean on you. Just like you know that I always do. Oh, listen now, I'll never make it, so help me pull through. Whenever I've bitten off more than I can chew, that's when I lean on you. You bring me home when I'm distracted, yeah. You put me where I need to be.
Well, good morning on day 34. I think it's 34. I've lost track of the days today. Look, I left that little place halfway between Kolak and Ranong on time, 5:30, but in the rain. It's now 7:45. I've only done 30 kilometres in 2.25 hours. That's down to 3 reasons. Slower going because of the rain, a lot of hills, and some of them quite significant. So that slowed things down, and extremely wet conditions. So you can't take advantage of the downhills, and even on the flat, it's much slower rolling. I actually love being out in the rain. I remember as a kid, I used to love playing sport in the rain, and maybe that's carried forward. So I'm really enjoying it. The scenery is beyond description. I was pretty early in making the call into Phang Nga that it was the best ride of my life. Maybe it still is. This would be if I could see a little more of the hills. I'm getting incredible views with a lot of mist and low cloud, and of course smoke. They're still out bloody burning fires in this rain. It's been a steady rain all day. It eased up about an hour ago, just for a little bit. And I stopped to launch the bomber. I thought, I'll sit under cover, launch the drone, and I was sure I'd get some epic shots. But all the moisture in the air, and I think some got in their connectors, and so the phone, the remote, and the drone weren't talking to each other. So put the drone away and kept riding. So I've stopped at this little tiny little town. I'll film it on the way out. It's just a little stop, but handy. So, you know, I've been going for 2.25 hours. I actually need a warm coffee. So I have a little coffee. Yeah, you wouldn't call it hot, but certainly warm. And I got not one, not two, but 3 of these little condensed milk pancakes. The Thais love their condensed milk. And they're plastic. So there's some condensed milk in the coffee, making it nice and sweet. And obviously these little pancakes. So I feel great. The bike is going well. The gear's not a problem. I did shift into the small ring just a few minutes ago, coming up the last really big climb, and it went straight back into the middle ring when I asked it to. So I'm very happy. So the bike's going great. Yeah, obviously I'll need to do a bit of give it some attention when I finish today. I've still got 60 k's to go. Yeah, I don't mind if it continues like this. I felt safe on the road. There are very few cars on the road today. I guess everyone's inside staying dry. So yeah, bring it on. But this scenery, you can't go back to every place you ever go to. But this would be on the list to do this, whether it's a ride or a drive. But to pass through these hills again would be, incredible.
It's the same old sound in the same old town. I wake up early with a sigh. The morning breaks to leave behind the night I need to get me by. Safe and lonely. It's the same old sound for days to come. I close the blinds and carry on. I'm not afraid to stay away. What comes around can stay and find. It's the same old sound, the common ground. Just leave me be, don't ask me why. Behind these walls, no one talks, and tears for fears are left to dry. Safe and lonely. The night arrives, polluted lights. I open up and let it shine. The moonlit sky, the never light, is what I need to get me by. Safe and lonely. Safe and
Think about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. Already know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long. And now you're gone.
Well, hello from Ranong. It's now the evening of day 34, and as you can see, whilst it's a little bit cloudy, it's obviously not raining. It's not raining because there's no rain left. In yesterday's video at the end, I put up a radar, a rain radar map of the area, and it showed some very heavy clouds in the Ranong area, and in fact across the entire Thai peninsula. I'd never done it before, but this morning as I was getting ready, I was a bit preoccupied by the rain, or the prospect of rain, so I had a look on the map. There was no rain. There were no clouds that looked like they were going to bring rain. It honestly was not 1 minute later, at approximately 5:01 as I was getting ready, that I heard a strange sound on the roof and realised it was rain. So I continued to get ready. I donned my wet weather gear, and look, the rain, it wasn't torrential rain, it was fairly strong rain and steady rain. So I lit the bike up and decided to ride, and I rode 90 kilometres in the rain. It didn't let up all day. That's not true. There was a period about an hour and a half into the ride where the rain eased. It was still raining, but it eased. And I thought, I'll launch the bomber and I might get some nice shots of the scenery. But there's just water in the connectors and everything, and so it wasn't possible to launch the bomber. And that's okay, because within about a minute it started to rain hard again. So I rode the entire day in the rain. Look, I think I said this morning, I used to love playing sport in the rain, so that didn't faze me at all. Safety wise, I felt safe, though I kept a fairly good watch on it. The visibility was still a kilometre or so. So if a car wanted to hit me, they were going to hit me regardless of the rain. And look, they would have had to try pretty hard, because I was keeping a good lookout, and I would have been in the bushes before they could take me out. There was one dead shit that got very close, and my hand gestures pointed out the errors of their way. I got into Ranong a little bit after 11. I'd picked a hotel last night and rode straight to it, and it's pretty good. I'm sitting on the roof of it right now, and if you look over my shoulder, the distant hills just beyond those, so in fact a little bit more in this direction, some very distant hills, that's Myanmar. Yeah, Ranong's actually a nice town. It's got a feel of being like a mountain town, but the town's at 20 metres, so it's not a mountain town, but there are mountains in the background. I've already given away the gold medal for the most scenic ride of the trip. Maybe I gave it away a little early. The ride, even though it was raining, I could see the mountains on either side of me, and predominantly on my right or eastern side. They were incredible, absolutely incredible, with sort of clouds across the top. Now, at one point today, I thought I owed the Thai people an apology. So I'll cut you some slack and I'll give you half an apology. It seems a lot of the what I thought was smoke yesterday, a lot of it was smoke, but most of it, and you can't have a lot and most, some of it was smoke, most of it was actually cloud. And what I observed happening today is it's actually steam coming out of the ground, and then if you like, rolling up the hills into cloud formation.
the rains have only just started here at the, if you like, the prelude to the wet season. So the ground is still very warm. Yeah, the moisture is just rising up out of the ground, and it's quite spectacular. I rode past a huge pile of spent coconut husks, and you could see the steam just rising up out of them. So yeah, it was pretty cool. A couple of so-and-so's burning off today, adding to the white fluffy stuff in the air. And I think I've actually got a photograph of that just to confirm it. Yeah, who would think you'd go out today and do a bit of burning? You know, everything is sodden, but they did. But look, the mountains around here, spectacular, absolutely spectacular. It was a wet ride, but quite glorious. I was warm. My wet weather gear, it's very good, but as a fairly efficient sweater, you know, I was sweating underneath it, but the rain gear acted like a wetsuit, and so it kept me warm. The air temperature when I rolled into Ranong was only 25 degrees at 11 a.m. So that's quite cool. And right now at about 6 p.m. it's 27 degrees, and it probably didn't go above that all day. In fact, right now is probably the warmest it's been all day. My panniers, which are waterproof, got a good workout today, and they were awesome. Inside the panniers, I have wet weather or waterproof liners where I put all my stuff, including my electronics, my clothes, etc. So they sit inside a waterproof liner inside the waterproof pannier. Everything is perfect, absolutely perfect. The challenge is to just dry everything out, or the panniers, etc., before tomorrow's ride, but really that's just to make me feel good. It's not really to serve any purpose. I shot some video when I got to my room. I was awful. I felt awful. You know, almost 6 hours in the rain. And you also get splash from trucks and cars, so you're a bit gritty. So I derobed under the shower and gave everything a wash as I took it off. So it's all in my air-conditioned room right now, where I'll be returning in a moment. Air conditioners are good for sucking moisture out of everything, you know, including yourself. Yeah, so everything's sort of coming good and starting to dry. Yeah, so tomorrow's about a 110 kilometre ride where I'll follow the river north as far as I can, so about 70 kilometres north, following the Myanmar border, and I'll be within stone's throw a few times, maybe drone's flight. I'll be within drone's flight. I wonder how the army in Myanmar would feel about an ex-Air Force officer flying a drone over their mainland. Hopefully they don't find out. Yes, I'll follow the border for 70-ish kilometres, then I'll turn east for Champon, which is a pretty major town in the sort of southern side of Thailand. Whether I go into the city itself, I'm not sure. I may grab a room just outside the city. I don't see much point going in. But yeah, tomorrow will be about a 110 kilometre ride. As it stands, I've only got 6 more ride days to go. You know, gosh, it's on one hand it's starting to feel like it's ending soon, and when I look back at what I did in the first few days, it seems like a year ago. Anyway, the bike worked well, so I was able to get the bike working. I didn't put it in the big ring. I put it in the small ring once when I climbed a significant hill, and when I asked it to go back into the middle ring, it just went straight back in, so that's great. The bike looks awful at the moment. It's covered in just crap from off the road, but I'll give the chain a bit of a lube and it should be fine tomorrow. Absolutely fine.
Where is the line between dreaming and feeling blue? It's 4 o'clock in the evening. I haven't left my room, but the truth is, if I'm honest, I feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here or should I let go? Pull the sheets over my head, hoping change is gonna find me. You don't have to remind me. I'm doing nothing at all. I'm ruminating on a blank wall, but I feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here or should I let go? Can you tell me what I need? Can you tell me what you see in me?